All right. So, hello, my name is Ali Ledbetter, and today I'm doing my presentation on Miss Major. Miss Major is a trans activist who is most known for her participation in the Stonewall uprisings. She was born and raised on the south side of Chicago, and she had found herself being in prison quite a few times, to which she credits her radical political stance on issues like abolition and Black liberation that she has learned through those experiences. Miss Major has always played a role in building up and motivating the trans community. She began working in local food banks and provided direct services for trans women who were incarcerated, suffering from addiction, or homeless. She also did work when the AIDS epidemic began in the United States. When it struck the United States, she provided healthcare and multiple funerals each week. Eventually, she actually moved to the San Francisco area in the 1990s, where she served on multiple HIV/AIDS organizations, including the Tenderloin AIDS Resource Center. Later on, she began working at the Transgender, Gender Variant, Intersex Justice Project, leading efforts to support transgender women who have been imprisoned, particularly women of color. She's fought against criminalization and police brutality. Now you can find her working on building the House of Gigi's, which is a safe haven and retreat house for the transgender community. In regards to readings that helped me, that I tied in with Miss Major and her work, first I want to begin with the Combahee River Collective. Um, Miss Major acknowledges the wide range of oppressions that the individuals she's helping face, being trans, being women of color. And so, just like the Combahee River Collective states on page 215, quote, we exist as women who are Black, who are feminists, each stranded for the moment, working independently because there is not yet an environment in this society remotely congenial to our struggle. Because being on the bottom, we would have to do what no one else has done. We would have to fight the world. So this is what Miss Major and her fellow Stonewall activists, have spent their lives doing is, understanding the intersectionality, fighting against, the oppressions that they face, fighting against the world. So that's how I tie in the statement from the Combahee River Collective in with Miss Major and her life's work. The second reading was from De Phillips, because Miss Major engages in a more critical queer politics, unlike, how we've learned in class and through this reading, unlike the mainstream LGBT movement. Her work addresses issues such as homelessness, reforming or dismantling the criminal legal system. And we know from the De Phillips piece that homeless youth were the first to resist the police during Stonewall. So Miss Major has stayed committed to her original work, her original goals and forms of activism, and she didn't get sucked into the mainstream LGBT movement that does not acknowledge, issues such as the LGBT youth homelessness, especially LGBT youth homelessness, people of color as well. So Miss Major really has lived an amazing life of activism. And I mean, she's still going today. So I hope that my project was clear, concise, and understandable. So thank you.